Start by making the marinade. I've got 250 ml. Oh, I should say this is for a kilo of lamb. I am using just a half leg of lamb. This will be enough for 2 to 3 people, so 2 with leftovers, depending how much lamb you eat. 250 ml of buttermilk. I've got the zest of half a lemon, half a teaspoon of cumin ground, half a teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a pinch of chili flakes. That's optional. I've also got half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. That's going in. And about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Give that a good mix. Take your lamb, make some deep slits, pour over the marinade, and then you want to vigorously massage this buttermilk into the lamb, into those holes you've made. Now you can either leave this to marinate for 24 hours, but 48 hours will be even better. It already smells glorious. But yeah, give it a rub and maybe get it out the fridge every so often and give it a good rub. Cover it and I'll see you in a couple of days. It's 48 hours later. Take your lamb out about an hour before you want to cook it. The whole thing is probably going to take 4 to 5 hours. I've got the top fat part of half lamb leg. You could do it with shoulder. I've got a roasting tin with a rack in. It's good to cook it on the rack because that's going to mean that the air can circulate. I have preheated the oven at 50 degrees. Just take off the excess marinade. It smells divine. Make a foil parcel. Wrap it tightly. The reason I use foil is it means you can make a really tight sealed parcel. That's completely sealed on the rack. That's going to go in the oven for 3.5 hours. I'm going to check it after 3.5 hours. It might need a further half an hour after that. And then there's some more cooking, which is why you're going to need 5 hours until it arrives on the table. I'm being very lazy. I had some small potatoes, which I've cut in half. I haven't even peeled them, and I am parboiling them for 7 minutes. Remember, when you parboil, you put your potatoes into the boiling water. Then for this occasion, we're going to parboil them for 7 minutes, drain them and let them dry out. Meanwhile, I'm a couple of hours into the lamb cook. I've sliced half a red onion and I'm just going to pour some lemon juice over them. And I'm going to set those aside. This bit is important. The lamb has come out of the oven, but I've let it rest for 20 minutes while I crank the oven up to 220 degrees. The rack, ditch the rack, tip in your parboiled potatoes and put them cut side down. The reason I'm letting it relax is because it was cooked low and slow and the fibres will be a little bit contracted. And I'm just letting everything relax and calm down before we then put it back in the oven at a really hot temperature. So my meat has had 20 minutes. It's already falling apart. I'm putting that on top of the potatoes and I'm going to pour all of those cooking juices into the bottom of the pan. This is going to be spectacular. I just know it. That's going to go in the oven for 30 minutes to just crisp up. I don't want a load of sides with this. I'm simply going to have it with the potatoes, but I am preparing a salad that's almost going to be like a relish. So I've got 1 tomato chopped up, a piece of cucumber about that big chopped up. I've got those onions that have been macerating in that lemon juice for an hour or so. I'm going to put a few of those onions in, give it a mix. Now you could add mint leaves, fresh mint, but I actually have some fresh oregano that is growing now. So I'm going to finely chop that and add the oregano. It's basically a Greek salad, but without the olives and without the feta. But it's going to cut through the richness. All of those things I struggle with lamb. The lamb flavour, we've got rid of that with the buttermilk, and the richness, which we'll get over that with this sharp salad. Also, please don't forget to season your salads. I'm going to add plenty of pepper and some salt. This has had 25 minutes. It looks sensational. If you want to serve it straight onto the table, just make sure all of the potatoes are loosened, which they are. Oh God, that crunch. Beautiful crunchy top. You can just pull the lamb apart with a couple of forks. Oh my goodness. Take the bone out for ease of serving. Just serve it like that. And here it is. My slow cooked lamb is my slow cooked half leg of lamb with unctuous potatoes and salad. I'm going to be serving it with my raspberry mint jelly.